It was a cold, cloudy afternoon when Sarah and her mother moved into their new home. The house was old, with creaky wooden floors and dusty windows. It had been empty for many years. Sarah was 17 years old, quiet, and loved reading books. She wasn't excited about moving. She missed her old friends and her school. But the house was cheap, and her mother said they had no choice. Try to be strong, Sarah, her mom said. This is a fresh start. Sarah nodded, but something about the house gave her a strange feeling. Sarah's bedroom was in the attic. It was dark and cold, with only one window. In the corner stood a tall, old mirror. The frame was made of black wood, and the glass was a little cloudy. At first, she didn't pay attention to it. She was too busy unpacking. But on the second night, something strange happened. Sarah was brushing her hair before bed, looking at her reflection. Suddenly, the lights flickered. For a moment, the reflection in the mirror didn't move like she did. It blinked too slowly and smiled. Sarah jumped back. Her heart was beating fast. "It's just my imagination," she whispered. She turned off the light and got into bed. But she couldn't sleep. She kept thinking about the mirror. Over the next few nights, Sarah heard whispers. They came from the mirror. At first, they were soft, like wind. Sarah, she thought it was the house settling. But then it got louder. Come closer. One night, she walked to the mirror slowly. Her reflection looked normal, but when she leaned in, she saw something behind her reflection, a shadow. It had long black hair and pale skin. Sarah screamed and ran downstairs. Her mother woke up. "What happened? There's something in the mirror." Her mom came to her room and looked in the mirror. "There's nothing there. You're just stressed, Sarah." "Try to sleep." Sarah nodded, but deep down, she knew what she saw was real. Sarah decided to look for answers. She went to the local library and searched old newspapers. She found something. 20 years ago, a girl named Emily lived in the same house. She was the same age as Sarah. Emily loved mirrors and always carried a small one in her hand. One day, she disappeared. Her body was never found. Some people believed her spirit was trapped in the house, inside the mirror. Sarah's hands shook as she read the last line. "They say if you see Emily in the mirror, she sees you too." That night, Sarah stood in front of the mirror. "Emily," she whispered, "what do you want?" Her reflection smiled. The lights flickered again, and the room grew cold. The reflection changed. It wasn't Sarah anymore. It was Emily. Her eyes were empty. Her mouth moved. "Switch places with me?" "No." Sarah shouted. The mirror started shaking. Cracks appeared in the glass. The whispering became screams. Sarah backed away, but the mirror pulled her closer. "Mom!" she screamed. Her mother rushed in. She grabbed Sarah's hand and pulled her away just as the mirror shattered into pieces. After that night, they covered the mirror with a blanket and put it in the garage. Sarah never saw Emily again, but sometimes she still heard the whispers at night. "Thank you, Sarah. Now I'm free." Sarah didn't know what that meant. But one thing was certain. She would never trust a mirror again after the mirror shattered. Sarah tried to go back to normal life. She returned to school, read her books, and helped her mom around the house. But something had changed. She felt watched. Even with the mirror gone, she still saw shadows in the corners of her eyes. At night, she would wake up suddenly, heart racing, as if someone was standing over her bed. One morning, while brushing her teeth, she looked into the bathroom mirror and froze. Her reflection blinked after she did. Sarah ran to her mother. "Mom, it's happening again." Her mother looked tired and worried. "You need to rest, honey. Maybe see a doctor." But Sarah knew she wasn't crazy. Later that day, she went into the garage where the old mirror was hidden under a blanket. She pulled the blanket off. The glass was cracked, but in the center was something worse, a handprint from the inside. And behind it, something moved. Emily wasn't gone. Sarah knew she had to find out more. She returned to the library and asked the librarian about Emily. This time, the librarian gave her a strange look. "You're not the first one to ask," she said. "Others have come before. Some didn't come back." She handed Sarah a dusty old book. This belonged to Emily. It was a journal. Inside, Sarah read page after page of Emily's thoughts. Emily had been obsessed with mirrors. She believed they were doors to another world, a place where shadows lived. In the final entry, Emily wrote, "I saw her dot my other self. She said I could live forever if I let her in. Tomorrow, I will try. If I don't return, beware the mirror. It lies." Sarah's hands trembled.